As night fades before me, the heat when it comes will burn through the fog.
Tell our 9 subscribers about yourself.
about myself. Well, let's see. I'm the composer for the show and wrote the music along with you. Put together the sounds of the show and all the music and the songs and some arrangements so far. I work a lot in film and television. It's kind of where my main work has happened. But I've done a lot of work now in the musical space on a couple musicals, and we're just having a ton of fun doing this, and now putting together more content for Fora and some new songs and all this stuff. It's been really fun putting this all together. I mean, Jay and I met a long time ago now, and I don't think we've talked about our origin story on any interview or any besides in-person interviews or master classes that we've done. So maybe let's talk about our origin story.
Origin story is actually number 2 on the list.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm jumping ahead.
So you're right. Yeah.
So
go for it.
Our origin story. How we kind of got together working on not only this musical, but we've written a lot of songs and stuff outside of Fora and other ideas and stuff that we have hopefully in the pipeline. Jay had somehow miraculously gotten Fora into NYMF, the New York Musical Festival.
Crazy.
And had some demos of some songs that she had done with some other composers and recorded. And didn't have any other music besides the songs. And so she went searching for a composer to kind of finish the show with, because she had these performances lined up at the New York Musical Festival, and put an ad out on Craigslist looking for someone. And
God, it sounds insane.
And I was one. And it sounds crazy, but it happens. And so I was one of the people who responded, and we set up a meeting, and she was meeting with a bunch of composers and writers that day. And I thought that I had probably lost the gig because my train was late that day. And so I ended up showing up, I think like 10 or 15 minutes late to the meeting. And I was like, well, all right, so I'm pretty much probably lost this right from the go, but let's hope for the best. And was super fortunate that once Jay and I started talking, we kind of hit it off, personally, artistically, and started talking about the show and bouncing already ideas back and forth about music and the songs and stuff that she was working on in the script and characters. And thankfully Sue was also there in the room, who is one of the biggest proponents of not only our show, but both of us as artists and as
Fora,
people.
dear friend.
And she basically stopped us. And she's actually done this multiple times throughout the process when we're going crazy. And was basically said, do you guys see like what's happening in this room right now between the two of you? She's like, there's something happening right now.
Oh my God, she did say that. I forgot.
Yeah. And we were like, yeah, I guess you're right. Like we were just locked in, talking artistically about what the show was and what musically it would be, going back and forth, that we didn't even stop to realize that we were already formulating the show, in our first, hour meeting that we had. And thankfully, Jay said, I'll be in contact, and then I'm meeting with a couple of people, we'll be in contact. And thankfully, I think it was like 2 days later, you emailed me and said, I want you to be the person to work on with this. And I say, great. And we got started.